everybody? Welcome back to Triple ASMR. And today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be going ahead and taking a look at the weapon descriptions from Sheldon, and we're going to be doing a quick reading. Thank you guys for all the support on the Splatoon reading videos and the recent World Cup videos. I really did enjoy that final. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a good game, but it was very enthralling because I was rooting for Spain, obviously. If you watched that video, you'd know that. And the Argentina goalkeeper was absolutely insane. I mean, he was going ham. Like, there's no other way to describe it. But, anyways, thank you guys again for all the support on the Splatoon videos and for liking and subscribing and commenting. I will make sure to keep things in dark mode in the future so I don't flashbang you guys. That is a very good observation. Probably should have thought of that before recording, but thanks for the feedback. Anyways, Splatoon Raiders is coming out tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, as of recording. So, you guys are going to be getting some nice new Sunken Scroll readings, and I may record a couple gameplays as well. We'll see how it works out time-wise for me, because I kind of do like to play my games a little bit more freeform. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Now that we got Pretendo going, we should be able to hopefully get schmoovin' and groovin'. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with the Splattershot Jr., the very first weapon you get. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Good rate of fire and efficient ink use, to boot. Not the most accurate of weapons, but it's bracing so wildly you're bound to hit something. Splattershot. Developed after the Great Turf War, this weapon isn't easy enough for anyone to use. A great all-rounder with very few weak points. A trusty companion through thick and thin. A new build of the Splattershot Jr., the custom Splattershot Jr. Sheldon built it after being inspired by some odd fluid he found stuck to the blueprints. Throw disruptors at your opponents to slow them down. Oopsie, my bad. Splat Roller. A weapon adapted from an ordinary paint roller. Aside from inking the ground, it can also be swung to hurl globs of ink at your opponents. Splat Charger. Charges up before releasing a concentrated, high-powered burst with excellent range. Charging takes a while, so be careful not to open yourself up to any attacks. Hero Shot Replica. A sweet replica created by Sheldon from his grandfather's blueprints. It looks funky fresh, to be sure, but apparently it's just a regular splatter shot with a fancy paint job. Hero Roller Replica. A sweet replica created by Sheldon from his grandfather's blueprint. It looks funky fresh, to be sure, but apparently it's just a regular splat roller with a funky paint job. Hero Charger Replica. A sweet replica created by Sheldon from his grandfather's blueprints yet again. Can you believe it? It looks funky fresh, to be sure, but apparently it's just a regular splat charger with a fancy paint job. Tentadeck Splattershot. Tentadeck. 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 A select splatter shot developed in collaboration with the Top Gear brand, Tentadeck. With all new options, the Tentadeck splatter shot ensures you'll be ready for anything. Kensa Splat Charger. A splat charger modified by Sheldon using some seaweed that was stuck to the blueprints. Maybe the sprinkler sub-weapon is meant to keep the seaweed fresh. 52 Gal. A high-powered weapon that pumps out a lot of ink with each shot. Doesn't take many shots to splat an opponent, which is a good thing given its rather slow rate of fire. And Zap 85. Each shot is kinda weak, but the high rate of fire makes up for it. This weapon's popularity is due to not only its helpful special, but its snazzy futuristic design. Slosher, a weapon's grade bucket that hurls things straight ahead over an impressive range by adjusting the angle. It can be used to hit opponents who are high up or even on the other side of a wall. Classic Squiffer, a charger equipped with a miniaturized ink tank or ink compression tank. The charge time is short, but it packs a serious punch. The range leaves a little to be desired. Heavy Splatling, charge it up and let him have it with all 6 barrels. A maximum charge will unleash the full rapid fire potential of this weapon. Crack-On Splat Roller, created in association with Crack-On, the freshest name in footwear. The sub allows you to create a jump point for your team, and the special lets you surge across the battlefield. Aerospray MG, created by Sheldon from his grandfather's blueprints. Extremely high rate of fire. Each shot is weak individually, but a sustained barrage can really pressure opponents. My bad. There we go. Splashomatic. One for the pros. Not outrageously powerful, but highly accurate. This weapon really comes into its own in the hands of someone with good aim. Jet Squelcher, designed to maximize range in order to effectively take on charger-type weapons. It boasts the greatest range of any automatic ink shooter. Ink Brush, a newly developed weapon with high mobility and a sturdy brush design. Its ink trail is narrow, but it inks the ground at an incredible speed and delivers swift, close-range attacks. And Zap 89, a follow-up to the NZAP 85, and now with a sleek orange paint job. The summon special have changed too, but its popularity remains as high as ever. Mini Splatling, a lightweight and powerful splatling cannon. A short charge time and a rapid rate of fire deny the opponent any chance to catch their breath. Blaster fires a special ink shot that explodes in midair. This explosion can be used to attack a wide area. L3 Nozzle Nose, L3 Nozzle Nose, L3 Nozzle Nose. See, I said it 3 times. L3. And I said it twice on the left, once in the middle, I think. And that's good enough. A semi-automatic weapon that fires 3 shots for every pull of the trigger. Keeping up a sustained barrage requires impeccable timing, but accuracy and range are good. Neo Splashomatic. The Splashomatic with the different sub and special weapons, enabling a new fighting style. Throw the opponents off balance with burst bombs and the use of Inksuka to pick off distant foes. Tri-Slosher. This bucket's 3 sections originally had cleaning products, but now hold the exact opposite. These segmented sections allow you to attack in 3 directions at once. Heavily Splatling Deco, a rhinestone-encrusted heavy splatling. Flush out your opponents using the sub-weapon, and then smash into them with the Kraken special. Splattershot Pro, an updated Splattershot developed with advanced battlers splatling, a fire hydrant that's been converted into a powerful long-range splatling cannon. It is slow to recharge, but the long period of sustained fire makes up for it. Luna Blaster, a blaster tailed to close quarters combat. It fires a shot that detonates powerfully at close range, and the Inkzuka special can help handle opponents who are farther away. 96 cal, similar to the 52 cal, but with an improved mechanism and a more stable shot. Its range hasn't been increased at the cost of being even more inconcrete. Octobrush, a heavier brush with fatter bristles, uses a lot of ink but offers a wider ink trail and excellent mobility. Can be swung to fling large globs of ink. The Sploosh, Sploosh-o-matic, the perfect weapon for getting up close and personal, high attack power and rate of fire, but its range is extremely limited. Sloshing machine, a compact washing machine that's been adapted for battle. The spinning action means that the area around the ink glob also gets a dose of ink. Splatter scope, a splat charger fitted with a scope to allow for precision aiming. The range has been increased, but the field of vision is rather narrow. Aerospray RG, an Aerospray MG, with a variant sub and special weapon courtesy of Sheldon. Give foes a nasty surprise with ink mines, or drop an ink strike on them when they least expect it. L3 Nozzle Nose D, a specially designed L3 nozzle nose with a logo on it. The sub-weapons let you finish off opponents who are still standing, and the special allows you to strike from up close. Carbon Roller Deco, a snazzier version of the Carbon Roller. The Seeker sub-weapon not only attacks the opponent, but draws a path right to them. The special lets you send out a swarm of Seekers. Zinc Mini Splatling, a specifically designed mini Splatling brought to you by the leading sports brand Zinc. The sub and special weapons shore up your ability in a firefight. It has the Disruptor and the Bubbler, so that's why it said that, I assume at least, because those are very strong in fights. Rapid Blaster, mitigate the weaknesses of the regular blaster by giving up a little bit of shot power for a much better rate of fire. 96 cal Deco, a bedazzled 96 cal shooter. Splat your opponents through the included splash wall or engage them up close and personal with the Kraken. Versatility is the name of the game. Range Blaster, a modified blaster with a shot that travels farther before exploding. The ability to attack opponents who are farther away comes at the cost of short-range power. H3 Nozzle Nose D, an H3 nozzle nose emblazoned with the mark maker's logo. The point sensor and Inkzuka make for a completely different battling experience than that of the regular H3. Custom Jet Sculpture, the sub-weapon that lets you corner your opponents, and the quirky special weapon makes for a tricky package. Dynamo Roller, Dynamo Roller, Dynamo Roller, Dynamo Roller. Using the blueprints as a starting point, Sheldon rigged up a motor to the roller base. Cumbersome to use, but delivers a powerful burst of ink when swung. Bamboozler 14 Mark I, a reissue of a weapon used during the Great Turf War. It charges up extremely quickly and boasts a great range even when not fully charged. Unfortunately, it's rather weak. enjoys it, even uses it as his cane. It's a little bit older and repurposed, obviously, but he loves this weapon. Luna Blaster Neo, a remodeled Luna Blaster, hands the splat bombs to control the distance between you and the enemy, forcing them closer or driving them away. Tri-Slosher Nouveau, a Tri-Slosher with a refreshed sub and special setup. The sub weapon lets you get into optimal range, and the special allows you to find opponents wherever they might be. Dual Squelcher, a narrow-barrel jet squelcher with a much higher rate of fire. The power of each shot is low, but the ample range and firing rate more than make up for it. Rapid Blaster Pro has the longest range of any blaster, coupling a great rate of fire with a shot that travels farther than ever. You may struggle with opponents who manage to get close, though. Octobrush Nouveau, an Octobrush with a new set of sub and special weapons that let you attack from afar, shoring up the weakness of this weapon type. Custom Blaster, a customized blaster. The sub weapon lets you drag down your opponents so you can take them down with the wider ink blaster shot. Kelp Splatterscope, a Splatterscope Sheldon modified in the same way as the Kelp Splat Charger by sticking seaweed to it. Naturally, this one also has a sprinkler. Bamboozler 14 Mark II, a variant of the Bamboozler 14 Mark I. The sub-weapon hampers your opponent's movement, giving you plenty of time to bring them down with a barrage of shots. Custom Range Blaster, a custom range blaster combined with a versatile sub-weapon and a special weapon that excels in close quarters combat. E-Later 3K, a charger with a high capacity ink tank. By packing a lot of ink into each shot, it can strike from a great distance at the cost of long range, of long charge time, and ferocious ink consumption. Custom Dual Squelcher, a very special dual squelcher. The teammate deploying Squid Beacon and cover penetrating killer whale. Ensure you'll be a contributing factor. Neo Splosiomatic, a Splosiomatic with a modified setup. Use the point sensor to sneak up behind opponent positions and then unleash this weapon's close quarters attack power. Sloshing Machine Neo, a new and improved sloshing machine. The sub-weapon sniffs out the enemy's hiding place, so it's easier to hit players who are taking cover. It has a sweet sticker on it now. Rapid Blaster Deco, a decorated version of the Rapid Blaster. Its sub-weapon can scatter opponents and special let you maximize that potential. A great set for staving off aggressive foes. Custom E-Liter 3K, a special version of the E-Liter 3K that enables new strategies utilizing the Squid Beacon and the powerful Kraken. E-Liter 3K Scope, an E-Liter 3K fitted with a scope. The scope narrows your field of view, but you can acquire and snipe targets from extremely far away. Forge Splattershot Pro, a Splattershot Pro created in partnership with Forge, the only name in high-quality sports gear. I swear if you've heard that like 3 times. A tricky point sensor sub-weapon. Supports the reliable main weapon. Gold Dynamo Roller. A dynamo roller with rearranged sub and special weapons. Lure the enemy out of hiding with the sub-weapon and then unleash the full force of your powerful roller. Custom E-Liter 3K Scope. A custom E-Liter 3K with a scope. The range and zoom is pretty impressive, but the viewfinder is so narrow, it's easy to leave yourself open to attack while aiming. Rapid Blaster Deco. A decorated model of the Rapid Blaster Pro. Its effectiveness can be increased through the clever use of the sub-weapon to slow down your opponents enough to blast them. Custom Hydra Splatling. A custom Splatling version of the Hydra. A custom Sheldon. The well-balanced main weapon is complemented by easy-to-use bombs, really shined when used to hold the front lines against enemy assaults. Barry Splattershot Pro. A Splattershot Pro set remixed by Sheldon. The suction bombs and the bomb rush help you punch through the opponent's defenses, letting you finish things off with the main. Tempered Dynamo Roller. A Dynamo Roller set rearranged by Sheldon. The Seeker makes this set a great choice for enabling a rapid advance to the front lines. Permanent Ink Brush. An ink brush set remixed by Sheldon adds high-powered sub and specials while retaining the great mobility of earlier models. Soda Slosher, Soda Slosher, Soda Slosher, Soda Slosher. A Slosher set remixed by Sheldon. The splat bombs support the usual strategy, and the addition of the ink Zuka provide the ranged powers sorely lacking in older models. Fresh Squiffer. A classic Squiffer set remixed by Sheldon. Pairing bombs with the Squiffer makes it even easier to get the upper hand in battle. Bamboozler 14 Mark III. A Bamboozler 14 set tweaked by Sheldon with burst bombs to shore up the power of the main. Splatting your foes is now easier than ever, also effective at quickly taking positions. Refurbished Mini Splatling. A Mini Splatling set remixed by Sheldon. The addition of burst bombs heightens the set's ability to act and respond quickly in a firefight and makes gaining ground easier as well. Splooshomatic 7. A Splooshomatic remodeled by Sheldon. The short-range main has been bolstered by mid- and long-range sub and special weapons, allowing you to fight effectively at any distance. Aerospray PG. An Aerospray MG remodeled by Sheldon. The set builds on the natural strengths of the weapon. The main and burst bombs help claim turf, and the Kraken crushes enemy defenses. NZAP 83 and NZAP 85 remodeled by Sheldon. The design is strangely nostalgic. The original weapon is better suited to a supportive role, but this version lets you jump right into the fray with a Kraken. Grim Range Blaster. A range blaster remodeled by Sheldon. Between the burst bombs, and the explosive main, this is a very aggressive set that can dispatch opponents with frightening speed. Cherry H3 Nozzle Nose. An H3 Nozzle Nose remodeled by Sheldon. The Splash Wall sub-weapon lets you leverage the great range of the main, while the Bubbler is perfect for turning the tables in a pinch. Koro Splat Roller. A Splat Roller remodeled by Sheldon. This is the first time a roller has been paired with the Splash Wall. Together with the powerful Inkzuka, the set is full of exciting new possibilities. Bento Splat Charger. A Splat Charger remodeled by Sheldon. Even if your opponents manage to get in close, the Splash Wall gives you the time you need to charge up your main weapon again. Splatterscope. Bento Splatterscope. A Splatterscope remodeled by Sheldon. The range is fairly good, but the field of vision is narrow. Clever use of the Splash Wall will let you go toe-to-toe with longer range chargers. And last but not least, the Heavy Splatling Remix. A Heavy Splatling remodeled by Sheldon. Deploy the sprinkler sub to quickly charge up the devastating Killer Whale. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions for what you want me to make in the future, please leave them down in the comments below. If you're still awake, please go ahead and like and subscribe. If you enjoyed, please leave feedback if you have any,